And then it goes.
What drives a creator to create? For some, it may be the legacy of fame or the luxury of fortune. But for many, if not most artists, I think they create because they have to. In the absence of creative endeavors, some broken part of their subconscious wells up and presses against other functions of the mind, disrupting them. This quickly becomes a curse as the desperate rattle of a painting or novel or album drowns out all other thoughts. Days or weeks are lost while plumbing the depths and branching ideas of possibilities. The torturous frustration as the clumsy body fails to recreate into reality the immaculate vision of the mind. But the highs, oh those highs, when art flows and you are a conduit for lightning, when knowledge, skills, and training finally align into a perfect focus, turning random, diffuse light into a hot, fast laser beam. This is the feeling of immortality, the feeling that seems to justify this brief, fragile existence. So open that release valve, just a little bit, and let the demons play for a while.
Alright, can you hear me now? There we go. I had to, adjust some things. Update on the firmware on my microphone. Hopefully that helps with some things, though I don't know for certain. Good morning, Zafri, Chiburu, Watcher Dragon, Partridge, Sigil. Let's see. Ice Mage, Reynard. How is everyone? System problems at work causing issues, but otherwise alright. How's Rhea? Rhea's doing pretty well. May go back to bed in a bit, understandable. So you see, Partridge, multiple people are allowed to perceive the... I didn't mean to smack it 3 times. But multiple people are allowed to perceive Rune at the same time. In fact, I actively encourage it. Had a lot of perceiving. Good, good. Donate all mortal possessions, mostly the lamps, to the runery. Oh, I forgot my Discord announcement. Stream announcements. I'm still really happy with this drawing, though. Skunk just calls Yota Uncle Yota. He doesn't get to see Yota that often, and Yota just, I don't know, kind of that aloof... Almost like that aloof family member that cares but doesn't know how to show it. Is who gave Sierra her halos. The last word says Yota, which is the name of the other character. But also, hello, Evie. Look. Skunk doesn't always necessarily speak all that legibly. Especially when excited. Alright. Alright. What we got? We gotta finish up the Wickerbeast on this end, which means I need to go get my Wicker references again. Anyone got any fancy plans for Halloween? Just gonna relax at home? Yeah, it's Halloween today. I don't get to participate, but I can ask you about your guys's. Go to class. You have one 6:30 to 8. Yeah, I work 6 till probably like 10 tonight. Intro to film. Time to make spooky shows or spooky movies. Films. That's it. Films. Thank you, brain, for being functional. Please discount candy afterwards. I really should avoid all of that. Hi, Ruru. It doesn't close on a separate layer. Oh well. Didn't think about it. Uh-oh. So problematically, yeah, we can't have yellow armbands on when the hands end up with yellow. This character is such a mess. But hopefully in a good way. Affectionate. Good, I'm glad you like him. And at some point, I have to design a ferret as well. Oh, thank you for following, Pinkie Pie. Welcome to the library. Hey, Aza. What color do you want to turn the arm sleeves instead? Ooh. What if, create a mess of clashing colors? Oh yes, blue and pink on an already blue and pink critter. Oh, I'm leaving it for now. Ferret, I say? Yeah, because Ferret and Wickerbeast tied, and I put my own bias into it to break the tie. But that does mean I should make the Ferret at some point. Oh, hi, sis.
Hello. I figured you'd want some company.
Eee.
Eee.
Why are you all the way over there, though?
I don't know.
You are allowed to join me over here.
Yay. While we're doing this, I'm basically just slowly seasoning a cast iron, which takes like 45-minute intervals minimum.
I need to see about, like, completely redoing mine.
If you ever want to, I can tell you how.
I would probably take you up on that.
Yeah. Also, can I say, absolutely stoked that the witch hat tangent got me also works on the skunk icon. Because I could wear familiar icon in here, but like...
Skunk.
Skunk good.
I got to share art of the skunk around places today.
Good. Right and proper.
I was
Hey,
sharing around the Uncle Yolta piece.
Good and proper. Uncle Yolta deserves to be recognized.
Still amuses me that that has become a thing that Skunk calls Yolta that. I want to draw a sketch at some point of Yolta just asking Sphinxier, it's like, what does that even mean? And why do you call me that only when Skunk, but not anything else?
Look at Skunk.
The thing is, I don't think Yolta... Oh, maybe Yolta picked it up at the castle and such. But Yolta doesn't natively have a, like... What's the term? Like, nuclear family kind of thing? Because Yolta doesn't have parents. Yolta doesn't... You could consider Yolta the... you could consider the Halo critters like the children of Yolta, but Yolta doesn't have any siblings, so there's no aunts, uncles kind of thing.
Can I say, on a level, that's why I am mildly protective of Enjoy Yolta, because I relate. Granted, I technically have biological ones, but, like, they're not in the picture anymore. But I have you now.
Yeah.
And you're cooler than biological family, because my biological family suck.
That's a low bar, but I'm glad.
Consider you're infinitely times better than my bio family.
Oh, that is a higher bar.
Yeah, I had to put it that way because I think they've entered like an underflow area where they just stop counting.
I don't know. Amusingly, I originally took interest in Yolta. In doing so, in trying to find out about Yolta, because there wasn't much info about Yolta at the time, I ended up finding out more about the character Runery, and spent most of the time with Runery. Though, over time, I'm not sure what to do with Runery at the moment, and I've mostly been interacting with Yolta again. And it's just kind of gone back to where it started.
Fair.
Dazzle.
I like the characters. They're very huggable. Also, can I say I need to figure out a game to play today?
Fair.
I don't like horror.
Same.
Horror suck. I'm good
Agreed.
enough at scaring myself.
I just give myself anxiety.
Literally, though, like, I don't need a video game to give me anxiety and stuff like that. I can do that on my own. I was debating on, like, Cave Story, which has, for today only, like, unique costumes. I don't know. I might just open web fishing on my stream later and be like, Come catch fish with me and be gay.
Also, you know how I've been avoiding playing games much on stream?
Yeah.
I might try, instead of doing, like, using this Saturday for more fundraiser catch-up, since you're not going to be able to be there,
Mm-hmm.
I might make an exception for this Saturday and use it for the demo for Wilds.
Fair. I believe I'm busy this Saturday, but I might not work next Saturday, so I might be able to pick them up again once I go to a normalized shift.
Okay.
Also, I will be right back.
Yeah. Experience the horror of retail workers and play Supermarket Simulator. But we already have, I'm sure we've both done similar IRL. The design of Wickerbeast is nice. I'm glad. Does the fluff on Wickerbeast go back down the back? It does. Oh, I just realized the clothes were on a different layer. Oh, I didn't need to do... Oh well, that's fine. Hey, quiet, silent gamer. I'm doing pretty well. They look biteable. How many people are going to get a custom interact to just bite the Wickerbeast? The Wickerbeast is going to be so confused. So I think this is the pinkest I've ever made a character. Maybe one day you could get an interact. I want to eventually do things where I can, like, raffle them off. All right, I gotta do the claws.
I had a dream last night. When I woke up, I remembered it, but just a moment ago.
Yeah, whoa.
Hello.
I'm tempted to see if I can poke around online for some kind of base or something I can work with and make a flicker.
Oh, I'm sure there's Wickerbeast bases.
See, that's where you're wrong, Renard, actually. It's technically a putke, which means that, especially for puchikos, I'm butchering these pronunciations, but you're supposed to, like, burn off the outside, technically.
For
So
art.
that's what I'm doing with, like, 3 separate fans to filter the air because we don't have a hood. What was that, Seth?
I was just responding to Does this copy the trend? Yeah, there's stuff online that you can find just searching up like Wickerbeast base line art. You can find ones that are free to use, ones that are paid.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna poke around for and see if I can find one with a decent shape and see how much it costs. Because if you're making wicker, I want to make flicker.
E.
Try
Yeah,
and get them.
The one I had pulled up because it was transparent, I couldn't see what it looked like until I opened it in CSB.
No,
But
that
also,
makes sense.
this is a closed adopt, but this is pretty. Oh, yeah, let me share my screen to you.
Oh, that is so pretty. Thank you. Oh, that's gorgeous. It's really, it's got like, it's almost like purpley brown and blues.
They're bluish and greens.
Here. But yeah, I don't know. I want to make a flicker. I'm thinking like somewhere between ghostly and dripping candles for an aesthetic.
Fair.
At which point, after that, I need to try and create some kind of PNG tuber for it, so when you become Wicker, I can be Flicker. Which is definitely giving me an undertaking, considering I'm still very new to finger drawing.
I cannot wait to see what you come up with, though.
Yeah.
I like seeing my sister's art.
I need to do more art. I've just been tired from work.
Understandable. Oh, sis, I'm sending you someone. I just want you to see their icon.
I'm ready. You have my attention. Oh, I love that.
If you click on it, it's animated.
I see that. I love that, though. That's a good fishtail.
It's like a Vaporeon Luxray.
I think. The stance almost makes me think there's a little Zerora in there, but that's so cool. Oh, wait, there's actually a picture of them. Let's see if they have tags.
I was just glancing at that.
Handshake emoji.
Spicy handshake. Lion, shark. It just seems to be a lion shark.
You know, they're probably trying to avoid Nintendo and stuff like that. Respect
Yeah.
that.
Is good Sona design though.
It is, though. I love people with funky personas.
Who would ever have a funky persona?
I'm trying to think if I count as funky, because I feel like I'm relatively tame.
Right now, you're relatively tame. You have had funky sonas.
God, I've had funky sonas.
I feel like Sierra, like Sphinx or Dragon, not so much Dragon. Sphinx may have started approaching funky, but both of them are relatively tame. I think Skunk still is probably the closest for funky.
I'm trying to think of the funkiest flow I've been. I've been a lot of things. Probably one of the hybrids I've been, because I do love hybrids. No, it's probably the slime, like RPG slime / goat combo. That's probably the funkiest one to date.
Oh, fair.
It was cute.
Sounds it. I was quite amused that Sidge was also like, by the way, do you have any updates on that character yet? I think Sigil wants to finish the model.
Understandable. Respectable.
And heck, I look forward to that. I put the model onto the throne in case anyone wants to contribute to it, but it is very much a this one is very much more of a luxury kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for Flickr, I'm probably giving it the Halo.
Oh, I'm gonna be giving mine the Halo. It's Sierra.
So, like, if I'm gonna be dead, I might as well have my Halo. Can I say, one of my the person that I sub for at work found out about that because we were just talking about our life and what life's been like for us, because they were really kind of excited to have someone who understands that they have like anxiety disorders and stuff.
Mm-hmm. What did I say about the calls? I think I would just say that I need to finish them because they've got the blue gradient on them.
Gradient stir.
The average Sierra Sona has about 95% funkiness. Could be a true statement, but Skunk, who has about 4,000% funkiness, is an outlier and heavily skews the statistics. Ruru. Ruru being gremlin.
Right and proper, Rue. Right and proper. Can I say on the note of Throne, I think my plan with Throne is like every paycheck I'm gonna chuck a couple bucks towards some of the important stuff in there and basically use it as a way to like keep that separate from the funds I might spend since I'm bad at saving.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like...
I don't know if you can contribute to your own though.
You can.
Oh.
I've done it before.
I will say though that you are going to lose a bit on processing fees every time you do that.
I will, but it's one of those I'm willing to lose a bit on processing fees more than I am good at putting money aside, if that makes sense, because I only have one bank account.
Can I show you something later?
Yes.
I think it might be helpful for you in this case.
That makes sense. I want to make sure that I can save up for like the mic arm because I still have my microphone on like a couple pairs of socks so it doesn't make sound on my desk. And I want to get the new dog bed since mine is certainly in a shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, I have a job now. And I also have health insurance as of 2 days from now.
Good.
I'm so excited to have health insurance.
I am praying that mine carries over like it should.
I'm really hoping it does. I'm gonna try and nudge you later to go into work early.
If it doesn't, then I gotta try to get onto Serbies.
No, that makes sense.
For context for chat, there is I ADHD'd the last minute to check my insurances because the enrollment period ended like a day or two ago. 2 days ago. And there is a chance, though small, that I might not have worked enough hours at that job to continue qualifying for it. Especially since I was often be sent home earlier due to just there not being enough work. From totally not Sigil. Thank you, Sigil.
Good.
Now I can go buy a Wickerbeast.
Good.
Good indeed. Hope it turns... It'll be okay. We'll figure something out. If that does happen, I'm just gonna feel really bad. Because it's gonna be more expensive. I don't know why, but it's more expensive to add a second person. Like, it is more expensive to have 2 people on one insurance as opposed to 2 people like each on their own insurance, even though we work at the same company and it's going through the same insurance plans. Also, Sigil, if you would like, I'll just send you this real quick. Actually, let me finish blurring these out. Because this has just about all the fur patterns on it that you would need.
You know, that makes sense. Actually. A
What?
bunch of people are playing Lethal Company together, and I'm like, you know, that actually makes sense for the time of year.
Yeah. Wickerbeasts have teeth.
I believe
None-
so.
Yes, they do. Okay.
I believe they're one of the more chomperish creatures.
Just doing a quick thing here. Okay, maybe not that chompy. Just some quick mouth colors.
You know,
For Sigil. For Sigil be able to make the model if needed.
I
What were you
was
saying?
Sorry, I was talking to myself. I just found an answer.
To what?
I was trying to figure out a game that's like spooky coded to play without actually being horror, and I realized I could just play Death's Door.
Oh, fair.
Can I say a vague description?
Sure.
Basically a game where you're a little crow that works as a reaper, and you need to get someone's soul, but it's a whole like Zelda plot line where you've got to defeat and solve a bunch of puzzles to move forward.
Okay.
And it's got lots of spooky, like Halloween-y, witchy motifs and like Reaper motifs, and I was like, I think that is like a good level of spooky without being like scary.
Yeah.
Also, good game.
There's some mouse colors. I can just send this off to Sigil so Sigil has reference to work with. Because as far as the fur and stuff goes, this shouldn't be all laid out. I just gotta finish up the clothing, but I don't think Sigil's working on that right now. And Sigil, taking my time is how I fall behind. May you take my time? No! Well, you can have a moment of my time. Just a moment. And you are allowed to gnaw in that moment. Hi, Dazzle.
Hey, Dazzle. Sis, I know I don't normally send you memes, but can I send you something so important?
Sure.
What if we did this for your skunk and my chai latte skunk?
Wait, what? Oh, huh.
They're Oreos.
Yeah, I guess Skunk Sierra would be like the Galaxy Oreos.
Right and proper. I mean, those ones have pop rocks in them, and that seems very fitting for the level of energy with your skunk.
It is very fitting for Skunk. Also, I did not like them.
No, they weren't that good.
Is it the 2 skunks with the Oreo packs? Yes.
Yes.
I'm just gonna leave the Legwormies as green for now. I can figure that out later. I don't know.
What was that?
I am bad at clothing color things. Screams
Screams a little.
a lot. There's just like white collars there. They're like white belts. No. I don't know. They're just gonna be black belts. Because they do still have punk in the thing. This, however,
Alright. I set up the thing for my stream,
okay.
but that won't be for hours. I just want to make sure I actually do the things I say I'm gonna do. Okay, I say it's hard doing the things you say you're gonna do, though.
Yeah.
Also, I'm loving the punky design, sis.
Good.
Also, collar is right and proper in this scenario. The frontward-facing buckle is such a powerful look.
You had a temptation to stream today?
Screams.
Stream. Well, the invitation's always there to join stream, but I assume if you chose not to stream, you probably don't have energy to join someone else's stream, but offer is there.
Make sure you rest if you need.
Yeah.
Yee.
I just enjoy spending time with Ruru.
Valid, though. Rue is a sweet bean. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go put out the fire.
Okay. Falling back to old tendencies. Oh, I had such a terrible thought. I had the thought of, Ruru, if you wanted to stream, I would end stream now and just raid over to you as soon as you started up. That way we could all hang out on your stream. Otherwise, the longer you let the idea sit, the more anxious you get about it. That's fair. I'm a large menace. It wasn't meant to be as a bad thing. It was just kind of a, I want to support. Also, I want to be there when you stream. I don't know. Screams. This. Can't believe I remembered to eat and you forgot. Sorry, I just looked back at my throne again and it just sunk in what picks up Sigil very gently, shakes a little. shakes just a little bit. Nice try, Rune. You already got away with it once today. But you know what? You know what? I can also... Sorry, I sneezed. That's how it works, right? Thank you, Zafri. You blame the Spring Wolf? Understandable. $480 worms. You see my icon there? What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm very innocent. Happy Halloween, Watcher.
It will vanish again in a couple minutes, but for now, it will. Actually, am I audible?
You're audible.
Oh,
I'm just
no.
take care of something.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I got a call from the pharmacy.
Oh, that is very fair.
Which plushie do I think Rune would want most?
Oh, the plushie Dreadfuls. That's a good series of plushies, too.
There's so many of these that if I were to say one, it would feel like calling someone out.
So I have a basis here on one. The reason I'm about to say anxiety bunnies is purely because that's 5 really cute plushies instead of 1 cute plushie, and therefore, that is the correct answer. I also like the non-binary one a lot, but that's just because I like purple.
I like that the non-binary rabbit has a punk collar on them.
Same.
Morning, Turga. Yeah, here, Turga.
Quietly adding one of the plushie Dreadfuls to my thing, because I always forget they exist. Can I say, shout out to the plushie Dreadfuls makers for making a bunch of those, and absolutely all of them being flow safe. Okay, I'll be right back real quick. There's a pot overflowing upstairs from what I can hear.
Okay. You're forced to draw. What are you drawing? I play more Monster Hunter. Chat, what if I be silly and do something like get the 3D model? and make a PNG tuber that's made out of like GIFs of the 3D model. Cosmic murder noodles, apparently. Understood. People think I made a 3D model until they realize, nope. Or, well, it would be a 3D model, but it wouldn't be a live, like, VTuber thing. Also, screaming at, why is this being so difficult? Wickerbeast body. Thin up top. Big hips because got like those style legs. Alright, we're just gonna line this out as a standard anthro, and then I'll kind of adjust it for Wickerbeast. Hey, Maddie. Okay, I think that is part of it. Getting the knee higher up. I need to check when the early voting is for our area, actually. I should do that real quick. There is early voting today. I'll have to do that right after stream.
Do you think?
I think what?
I bumped my deafen button. My brain is smart. Do you think the early voting is gonna take you a bit? I know for me and Tangent did.
How long was a bit?
Ours had a really long line because we're in a highly populated area, so it took us like 45 minutes, sadly.
How long?
45 minutes?
Okay, I thought you were gonna say like 2 hours.
No, the thing that really held me up on that day was the DMV without appointment.
Hey, Laser Kitty.
All right, everybody, I've got to run, so I hope you all have a good day. Happy Halloween.
Yeah, have a good day, sis.
You too. I hope
Halloween.
you enjoy the Wickering. Wiggles my paws at you in a spooky way.
Using half and half instead of milk? I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so this is actually, looking back at this, I think this is actually looking closer to what I need. I'm just not used to drawing general kind of body type. Happy Halloween, Shadow Fox. Heck. I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. Why am I getting another call? That one's spam.
The meek shall inherit the earth.
Destroy the core.
Hey, Nazcat. Not sure how much longer I'm gonna be streaming for. I might actually wrap up here in just a minute. Hey, Snowy Paws. Sorry, some stuff has happened. And while everything's okay, it crashed me a bit. His face is not looking good. Gonna have to study Wickerbeast a bit more. Yeah, gonna raid out, and I'll try to get some stuff done today. There was just annoyingly 2 things in quick succession. Why don't I hear the music myself? That's upsetting. But yeah, we're gonna go raid Okami because we haven't in a while. Everyone, you know the deal. Get your fox rules ready. If you're new here, when we raid out, we don't have a singular raid message. Everyone gets their own fox rule from the fox rule command. I was hoping to get more of this done today. Heck. Thank you all for joining. I will be back on Saturday. And please make sure you take care for the rest of your day as well, okay?